This just seems funny because I'm normally doing this by myself.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here with my friend Amanda, and we are up north near Salt Lake City area in Utah. So today we are going to do a dirty pour, and I am going to go step by step and show her how to do one because she's never done one before. So Amanda wanted to do some similar colors to this piece right here. So what we went ahead and did, we got the Apple Barrel Gloss blue. Let's see, what's it called? Real Blue. This one there. And then the next one is Aqua by Basics, Liquitex Basics. The next one is Silver. And the next one is Cobalt Blue by Artist Loft. And that is a metallic paint. Then we have the white, which I already have pre-mixed in a bottle, and that is just a Walmart white brand semi-gloss. And then the Floetrol are Elmer's glue, and then the distilled water. The Spot On treadmill belt lubricant, you can find that on Amazon for like $7 to $12. It's real easy to find. So these are the colors that we're gonna do. Okay, so first Amanda is going to open up the canvas. And this is an Artist Loft Level 3 Gallery Wrap. I wanted to show everything from the very beginning. I'll just take that. And I'm going to have her wipe off the canvas with her towel. And the reason why is because I believe there are little bitty particles on there, and I've got them in my fingers before, and you can't even see them to get them out with tweezers. So she wiped that down really good, and then she's going to flip it over and put the little push pins on there. And these are just little bitty push pins. You can see what they look like. You can get those literally anywhere. Joann, Michaels, Walmart, Staples, Office Max. The reason why we use those is because it sets the canvas off a little bit, because you don't want your canvas to be directly on your piece of cardboard cut out. So that way, when your painting is done, the drips won't get on there and stick to your canvas, and then you'll have to pry your canvas off with a crowbar. All right, let's start mixing some paint. So let's do the Floetrol and the glue first.
Okay, how much do you do?
So just in each cup, we'll do a pretty good squirt in there. Little more right there. So about the same in each cup. Let me get over here so we can see good too. That's good. That's good. Okay, and then now we'll put in the Elmer's glue. I know it seems really weird putting in, if you're new to this, putting in glue into your paint is kind of really awkward. So go ahead and start pouring. And about the same amount, a little more. Okay. So about the same amount of Floetrol that you put in, okay? And I got these clear cups for you guys at home, or if you're watching this at work on your lunch break.
Andrew would do.
Okay, so now get stir sticks in each one. This is gonna be fun. This is really gonna be a fun one. So now mix those together. Mix each one of those together. You'll have to grab each cup and mix it thoroughly, like really whip it around.
Like that?
Yeah. Okay. And then just do that the same on each one. Okay. So we have 4 colors, right?
Right.
Well, we'll actually need to do our white too. So we'll get a cup for that. Okay. So let's do the white cup. We'll get one for that. So a little Floetrol, that's good. We might have a little much in each one, but that's okay. It shows the mix really good, and that's what I wanted to do. A little more glue. Just a tad, that's good. Sometimes it wants to hang up there. Oh, there we go, that's okay. So mix that one. Okay. All right, so now we're going to add our paints on each one. So let's start with the dark. So let me get over here. So a little more, a little more. Give it a pretty good squirt. Okay, okay, that's good.
Too much.
No, that's good.
Stir it or next one?
The next color.
All right.
That way people can see.
Oops. It's more on the stick than it is.
A little bit more. Okay, that's good. And then take your stir stick. Oh, there you go.
Okay.
You can take your stir stick and just tap the bottom of it if you want to.
Okay.
And that wipes it clean. Because your stir stick will have that color anyways. So that's good. And that one you'll probably have to smack it down. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's good. Perfect. And then the white is in that. Yeah.
Okay.
A little bit more. A little more. Give it a pretty good squirt in there, the white. Okay, that's good. You can always add a little bit more. Okay, so now we're going to stir them all really good.
That's cool.
It's cool how it kind of mixes together, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad I got these clear cups because,
Sure.
yeah, it really helps show.
On the inside, there you go.
And you want to make sure you scrape the sides of the cup to get it all good. And it doesn't have to be perfect.
Kind of fun to have that variation in the color.
Yeah, because the Floetrol and glue will dry like clear like.
Leave kind of empty space then,
Mhm.
so white on the canvas.
Yeah. So it will kind of give you that clear like effect. And this color might chunk up a bit.
Yeah, kind of looks like it is.
See how it starts to get little bitty chunks in there?
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have to try and get those out the best you can because it will leave little bitty chunks on there.
that? Is that alright?
Yeah,
Good. Okay.
we're going to do the silver, I think.
Yes. Oh, this one's a little clumpy.
That one will work out pretty easy though. The metallics always do. I think so.
I know, hopefully.
Unless it froze when it was in my car on the way here.
It's certainly cold enough up here.
It was like 18 degrees when I left Cedar City.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, it's kind of clumping. I don't know.
Oh man, that's not very good. Just keep stirring it. You'll have to work those out. Maybe we can come back to that color. Let's let it set for a little bit. Maybe that'll help it.
Well, that one's pretty.
Yeah, this cobalt blue is just, it's a really neat paint.
I like that, like, shiny, sparkly stuff in it. It's pretty.
You can feel how, see how it has like a more fluid texture?
Uh-huh. Yeah, it's a little thinner.
Okay, that should be good. Okay, cool. So now, oh, that's right, we're not done mixing yet.
Oh, we have to add something else, right? Didn't you say?
Yeah, yeah. Let's get that silver mixed up better.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna.
I don't know if that silver is gonna
Yeah,
work.
It's pretty chunky.
That will ruin the painting for sure. So let's just set that aside.
Okay.
And okay, so now we're going to do the silicone drops, and we're going to do. Go ahead and.
Is this the silicone? Oh no, that's the
no,
water, huh?
that's the water. Let me check the consistency real quick. That's just a hair thick.
Add some more.
Just add a few drops of water to this one.
Okay.
Let me see this one. This is a tad thick, but we're gonna leave this dark color thicker. This one's gonna be a little thinner. And this one here is gonna be a little thinner. I like to mix up my paint consistencies different.
Ready?
Yeah.
Just like that.
Okay. Okay, go ahead and mix those.
And white. Is that
Oh,
good?
a little bit more in the white, a little water in the white,
Okay.
because I know it'll need it. Okay. So if you're at home, don't be afraid to have one color heavier than the other, because they react differently, which will create more cells.
Yeah, it seems pretty thin.
Let me check it. Let me check it here. Yeah, that should work.
Yeah, that one's so pretty.
You just kind of want it the consistency of like a melted ice cream.
Pretty.
Super focus.
That one looks like melted ice cream.
Okay, awesome. So now we're going to add the silicone part, and So open up the bottle just a little bit, the little squeeze thing. Yeah. So just a tiny, so like all the way closed, you want it to come to, I wish this would focus, hold it right there. So just a little bit. Because if you have that all the way open, it's gonna go flood out and you don't want that much silicone. You only want 3 tiny drops. So do 3 tiny drops into the blue in each color. Or wait, actually don't do the blue, sorry. We're gonna leave it plain. So 1, 2, 3, okay.
Is this what makes the cells?
Mm-hmm. It makes the paint react. Okay.
That's cool.
Then wipe that off. I close it first. Okay, now take your stir stick and go 1, 2, 3. And you can hold your cup up to do that. Do one more. Do one more.
So this one doesn't have
right there.
anything in it,
That's
though,
good.
right?
That's good.
This one doesn't have any silicone in it.
Oh, it doesn't have. That's right. Okay. Good call.
Oh, I see them in there. That's cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, that's the silicone starting to react with the paint.
Cool. Oh yeah, there's a lot in this one. 2, 3.
Okay. This will be cool for everybody at home so they can see exactly, because normally I can't get this close. Okay, so grab the big cup over here.
This one?
Mm-hmm. And we're gonna pour some, let's do a little bit of white in first.
Okay.
Go ahead and give it a little bit in there. Yeah, there you go. Now wipe it. There you go. And then we're gonna go a contrast color, the dark. This is the cobalt blue. Okay. Then we're gonna do contrasting, the aqua, because you don't want to do your darks together. You don't want to do like all your lights together and all your darks. You want that contrast. Okay.
So what does it do
Okay.
when this blue doesn't have any silicone in it?
See how it's already starting down there? It'll still react to the silicone that's in the other paints. And then do that whole process over again.
Finish all the paint?
No, you don't have to finish it all. Okay. And you can do this as many times as you want, but you just want to have enough in there for your pour. Okay. 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 All right. So take a small stick over there. And when you put it in the cup, you're going to put it in one side and go 1 and then crisscross it 2, and that's it.
Like that?
Mm-hmm. So 1 and then 2 and then pull it out. Okay. Just wipe that off there. Okay, now we're ready. So
Cool.
now you're just gonna pour it from whatever side you want. Just
Can I make like a shape or anything? Or?
see, a lot of times people do what's called a flip cup, and you can take the canvas and do this number and then hold it and then flip it over, but we're just going to do a straight pour across diagonally, whichever way you want to go.
Can I make like a shape or?
Mm-hmm. And make sure you kind of get it over the side too, but just go ahead and keep going. There you go. Okay, now we're going to do a tilt. So you just start tilting it whichever way you think it looks good. You can let it run over the sides too.
Okay.
Now you can go back and like you don't have to do the whole canvas if you don't want to. You can leave some negative space in there or whatever you want to do. It's your creative freedom. That looks pretty cool.
Yeah.
You can
it changes the patterns for the way you turn it.
Mm-hmm. You can fill in those spots too with the rest of the paint.
Yeah.
Oh, there's not very much in there. So you can pour some more paint.
Oh yeah, I might try that.
So you can pour some more paint just like you did
nice.
In there.
Okay. Just add a little over here and see if it'll...
First, before we pour the paint, let's hit it with that heat gun.
Okay. Just pour the rest of that.
That should be good. Because that's kind of light. You don't want too much light on the sides there. So let's hit it with that heat gun.
How close?
A little closer and kind of go right to left, real quick. See those cells? They'll start to pop out even more.
Oh, that's cool.
Or watch this white once it hits the blue. See that? Isn't that cool?
Keep going and...
Okay, that should be good. So do you want to mix up a little more paint or?
Yeah, I'll add a little more. I think I'll add more white this time. If you do that, does it make it so the white shows through more?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll add some more white. Maybe.
So now you kind of got it down. You can just use your creative. You can do white and aqua to keep it light. Like if you want to keep it light up here and dark down here.
Yeah, I might try that. I'll do these two colors. Just a little bit of that one.
And you don't have to do the little crisscross if you don't want to. You can just pour it on there. And it will start reacting.
Okay, I might just...
You can do... Yeah, there you go. It's a nice thing about this. You have total creative freedom.
See if I can get some more of that. It's aqua.
It'll kind of start to mix together. You can push it around with that heat gun if you want to.
Okay.
And you can just pour straight aqua on there if you want.
Try that. I like that.
So get your swipe tool. I want to show you a trick.
Okay.
Grab that middle one over there.
This one?
No,
the middle and
the middle one. And I want you to take it and just do a little swipe very lightly over there like that. Hold it kind of not so much at an angle, but flat. Yeah, just like that, real light. Okay, and now the top. Okay, that's good.
Oh, that's cool.
I see those cells kind of come out there.
Mm-hmm. It's really cool. Try that down here. Which one should
You can do a little more tilting if you want, or I don't like to tilt too much, but because it kind of changes the whole dimension of the painting. So you can pour a little more blue and then do a swipe down there too. if you like this look, you probably want to leave it.
Okay. I think this white's gonna take it over.
We can pour some more blue in there. It's looking really cool.
Yeah, I like this. It's fun. It's pretty easy. Simple to... Yeah, that took over that blue.
Oh, that's cool.
Which one should I use for a swipe? Would it be this biggest one?
Yeah, you can use that larger one. Okay, that's good.
Now the heat gun?
Yeah, now kind of push it a little bit with that heat gun.
It's cool to see those cells come out. Oh yeah.
Yeah, kind of push it that way a little bit too. Just a little bit. You want it to look kind of natural instead of a straight line. Okay. That's very cool.
Yeah, I like that.
Man, you ought to see it on the camera. It looks really awesome. There's like a little wave going on in the middle there.
Yeah. I think I'll try just adding this. Just doing like a little stripe down here.
Now she's getting tricky, folks.
See if this will do anything.
It might take it a little while to react, but it'll look really neat in there, like a little flow. Oh yeah, that's cool.
It's cool to see how this gun...
You don't want to dry it too close. Don't
Okay.
get, yeah, there you go. Because I could tell some of it it'll dry it and crack it. So if you like that, we can leave it and let it dry.
I think I'll just try a little swipe.
Ah, she wants a little swipe action. See how it kind of dried it just a little bit?
Uh-huh.
And you don't want to swipe or do too much to it, because once you get it to a certain point, you'll start to lose your cells and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I like this. Right here. It's pretty. Add a little bit in the corner.
Just flow it in there kind of nice. Kind of make it look natural. Oh yeah, there you go. That's good. Okay. So I think we're done with this one, and we're gonna let it dry.
Looks real cool.
Well, thanks. This was awesome.
Yeah, thanks for teaching me. This is fun.
Okay, so we went from here over to the table. You want to make sure that you get your painting as level as possible. Reason why, you don't want to come back in an hour and this thing have all the paint just dripping everywhere to one side, and it will do that if it's just off a little bit. So let's take a look and see what we got here. Looks pretty level on there. Hey, nice Christmas tree. Okay, so you can put a ceiling fan on it lightly to tack it up and then that's it. You don't want to dry it any more than that. You just want it to tack up a little bit. That's the only thing I recommend. But if you put a ceiling fan on it for too long, it will crack it. So you don't want to do that. But this is drying, it's starting to dry out really nice already. But like I said, just make sure that you get that on there really good. And another thing is, your paint will start to make buildups right in here. So I took a swipe tool, swiped across, wiped it on my rag, swiped across a little bit more, wiped it off on my rag. Because if you're setting it on your kitchen table or whatever, you don't want to come back and have it all over your nice table and tile floor and yada yada. So we're gonna let that dry up nice and slow and see what it looks like after. Okay, so I wanted to show you guys something. This floor is squeaky over here. See how it's doing that? But see how it's doing this right here? It almost looks like little ocean bubbles. That's kind of something that happens, which is really cool, from the gesso that's on the canvas and the glue and the silicone reacting, and the thinness of the paint right there. So you can see it got kind of thin right here too, right there. So that is really awesome when you're doing ocean scenes. That's kind of one of my little coin things that people ask me, how do you get those little bubbles on there? And if your paint's a little bit thinner, it will look very ocean like that.